Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing well and good. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Shannon and welcome. It has been such a long time since I filmed a video on my channel. I am more of a TikTok girl now, but it has been a while since I've done a TikToks because I'll explain all in a minute, but it'll all make sense. But I don't think I've announced on YouTube because I've not filmed or done any videos for quite a while. I did start filming a video for this, but it spent so long between takes and between speaking to the camera that I didn't think it was right to post it. So basically, life update for you guys is that me and Henry are expecting our first baby. I am so excited. It's I am due in October. And I'm so excited. Not giving away any dates because I don't want to put pressure on myself. I don't want anyone messaging me saying like, when's is the baby here yet? Because that is like such a special time of our life and we just want to embrace it and enjoy it. So won't be giving anyone the due date. Our family and close friends know, but we will not be sharing it anywhere. I am so excited to be a mum. It's like one of my goals and favourite things that I've always wanted to do, and it's just something that I never thought I was able to do. I always thought I was never going to be able to have kids. I suffer with PCOS, polycystic ovaries, so it's one of those things that I never thought I'd get the chance of doing, and I am so excited that I am. So yeah, this video that I'm bringing you guys along to will be the build up and our gender reveal video. I am currently actually 17 weeks and 5 days today, and we find out on Saturday the 24th of May the gender. I will be 18 weeks and 4 days, so I am so excited. It's just less than a week now. We got our gender scan on Thursday the 22nd, so I am so excited. I can't wait. We both can't wait. It's just something that we are so excited for, and it's just our next step in life. So yeah, I thought I'd bring you along this week with the prep and everything of having the gender scan, the reveal, and going along with the journey, because I do want to document my pregnancy. It's just been a long hell of a ride, and I will explain at some point in this video, but right now I need to go and sort my doggy out and give him his tea and let him out and have a wee. I'm gonna go sit in the garden with him for a bit. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the next clip. Hello guys, it is now Wednesday the 21st of May, and tomorrow is my gender scan, which I am so excited for. I am so excited and I absolutely can't wait to have this gender scan. I am working tonight until 1 AM, so I'm just curling my hair now. I'm out of breath because I've run up the stairs, but it's also because I'm pregnant, and that is just so normal. I feel like when you get pregnant, you just out of breath all the time. I don't know if that is just me or not, but that is my usual. But yeah, I just wanted curling my hair because we have our gender reveal on Saturday, the 24th of May, but I just want to feel nice when I go get my scan done, because I don't think I've discussed it yet in this video, but I've been quite unwell the last few weeks in my pregnancy. I had to be admitted into hospital, so yeah, it's been quite crazy. I probably will go into more detail about it later on in this video. It's just out of breath at the moment. And I'm trying to enjoy this experience as much as I can and not dwell on like the negatives of what's been going on. So I'm working tonight and our scan is at 12:15 tomorrow, so we are having we have paid for a private scan for the gender. I am currently 18 weeks pregnant yesterday, so I'm 18 weeks and 1 day, and I am so excited to have the scan. I'm so excited to see the baby. We heard the baby's heartbeat on Monday, which was so lovely, with the midwife, which was just so great, but it's just so different when you see it on a scan, or it's just a different feeling, and it'll just be great because like obviously we're not going to know the gender tomorrow. We find out on Saturday with everyone else, but it'll just be so nice to see the baby and just feel like Henry's not seen the baby since our 13-week scan. I saw the baby 2 weeks ago when I had to have a scan for something else, and they kindly showed me the baby, but it looked massive. The baby looked massive compared to when me and Henry last saw the baby together. So I feel like it's going to be such a special experience, and I'm so excited. We are going all the way to Wigan for it. There is ones closer, but I went to this scan place with one of my best friends when I was like 8 weeks pregnant, and it was just, the experience that they gave was just so special. So I know that I'm going to enjoy this experience again, and I am very, very, very excited. So yeah, I'm just curling my hair for tomorrow. I'm probably going to pop it up in a ponytail tonight, so I'll curl it and then pop it in a ponytail. But then at least it's curled for the morning because it's at 12:15, so it's like an hour away, so we need to like make sure we've got there in plenty of time to get parking and things. So we're probably going to leave it like 10 to 11, just so then we've got like plenty of time to get there and things, because we live all the way in Blackpool, so it's quite a bit of a difference in time, like journey. And we obviously don't know if there's going to be any traffic or anything. But our gender reveal is on Saturday, and at the moment the weather is not looking great for Saturday, even though that is so annoying because all week the weather has been great, like it's lovely, it's sunny, and then the one day we are having a gender reveal, it's meant to rain, so we will see. We're just going with the flow, and if it rains, it rains. We're not going to let it ruin the day. I'm just excited to find out the baby's gender. Like, it just feels more real then, doesn't it, when you know what you're having. Obviously people wait until they give birth to find out their baby's gender, and I just can't. I wish I had that sort of like willpower to wait and patience. It's just I don't have it. So yeah, I wish I had the willpower, but I just don't. I have no patience. I'd love to know, and yeah, I can't absolutely wait. But yeah, I'm just killing my hair now. Got work later. I'm working 7 till 1. And then I'll be home to go to bed quickly and then get up and go to my scan in the morning. But yeah, I'll bring you guys along to the scan. I am so blooming excited. I can't wait. It's so surreal becoming pregnant when for how many years you thought you never would have this experience. Like, I never thought I was lucky enough to ever have kids, and now I'm pregnant and I'm experiencing it. I'm just taking every moment I can and appreciating it, because I'll be honest, I've not really enjoyed pregnancy that much, as much as I would have hoped to have enjoyed pregnancy, but it is what it is. But I'm just trying to enjoy it the best I can when it's like special times like these, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm just killing my hair, and then I'm gonna go make some tea before I go to work, because I'm not going to eat at work. I'll probably have some snacks, so I won't have my tea or anything. So yeah, I will speak to you guys probably tomorrow as I'm getting ready to go to the scan. Good morning. It is happy gender reveal day. I am so excited but so nervous today because it is 24th of May, and it is officially our gender reveal day, and I am so nervous. I don't know why. I think it's because I know that I'm gonna have to stand in front of people and like provide a reaction, and I get scared that what if the reaction I give isn't like amazing. But also I'm just so excited because I feel like it's gonna be so authentic, my reaction, because me and Henry don't have a clue of what the gender is. We went for our gender scan, which was a whole palaver, can I just say. It was like amazing, a most magical experience, but basically there'd been a incident on the M6, so it had been closed. So we live in Blackpool, sorry, pregnancy. yeah, so it was been a bit of palaver because there had been an incident on the M6, so meaning that half the M6 were closed, so we had to like go through all the way through Preston, which was fine, not bothered as long as everyone's safe and well. It's just, it added like an extra half an hour onto our journey, so we'd set off in a good time for our journey, and then it just added extra time on. But we got there, we literally got to the scanning place at 12:15, and our appointment was at 12:15. I didn't know if Henry was going to be able to get in there because he needed to park, and then the next thing I know, as I'm filling out the forms, he runs in, and I'm like, okay, thank God. So yes, it was an absolute lovely experience. We saw the baby in 3D, 4D, whatever you want to call it, and that was just amazing. I'll pop up some pictures here. Like, how perfect is that face? That is my baby, and that face is perfect. Boy, girl, whatever. I am happy with whatever the universe decides to grant us with and make us lucky to be either boy parents or mum parents, girl parents. I am just so excited today. As you can tell, it is currently 8 AM. I don't usually get up at this time. I usually get up at this time if I've got work, but it is like my days off, and I'm so tired. I couldn't sleep last night. This is the one day in the last 2 weeks, and it's decided to rain in the UK and decided to be really, really windy. So, excuse the yawning, but it kept me up all night, the wind. Like, I could hardly sleep because of the wind. So that is why I'm so tired, because I'm also pregnant, so that is another reason why I'm so tired. But I'm not usually this tired. Like, I feel like I'm in the same position as the other day where I spoke to you guys curling my hair. But yeah, I am so excited. It's just in like the anticipation of having to wait. Obviously, I'm currently 18 weeks and 4 days, so we've waited a while now. Like, I know some people wait till they're 20 weeks scan to get the gender. I've got another 2 weeks till my 28 scan, or maybe a week and a half. It's on the 5th of June, and I just couldn't wait any longer. I am so excited, and we really wanted to do like a little bit of a reveal. We're not a massive one, so we've just got like a small one with like close family and friends. I think there's like 20 something people come in, which is small compared to the other gender reveals I've been to, which were massive. And yeah, I'm just so excited to like just spend the day with people. I'm not gonna like panic about the weather. I'm just gonna let it be. I've decorated, like, we're having it at Henry's mum and dad's house, so it's bigger than ours, and it's just, they've got furniture to let them sit on if we had it outside. We don't really have any garden furniture as of yet. Like, we've got like 2 seats, so it was just more beneficial to have it at their house. So we're so lucky to be able to do that. I've got more flowers, so I've got Henry's mum flowers for hosting, obviously, and then I've got my best friend Amy flowers because she made the cakes. I've got my sister flowers because she made a cheesecake, and then I just got my mum some flowers because she's been really, really supportive the last few weeks, and she's just been helping me quite a lot. So I got my mum some flowers too. So yeah, I am so excited. I just want to say, like, thank you to the people I appreciate for like making the effort to help plan today, and who has like made it extra special. So yeah, I am so excited. I can't wait. I have like small inklings of what I think they are. It's so hard because my friend apologised the other day for saying it, and I was like, don't apologise, I keep doing it all the time. It's really hard because obviously at the moment we don't know. So usually like he, she, but at the moment we don't have a clue. So I do go it a lot myself. So I don't, please, I don't feel any certain way about someone calling my baby it, because I do it all the time. But yeah, I am so excited just to be able to like have a look at clothes, like boy clothes, girl clothes, because I don't actually think there's that much gender neutral clothes out there in my area. Like, there wasn't a lot when I was looking. And then it's like in Primark, in my area, there's like one tiny section of like gender neutral clothes, and it's not it at all, really. So I am so excited to go to buy cute neutral things still, and like unisex things, but then also like I can buy like little dinosaur clothes if it's a boy, or a little like fairy clothes because it's a girl. Like, I'm just so excited. So I'm just curling my hair, obviously. I obviously curled it the other day and it was lovely and it stayed in, but I wanted like fresh hair. Like, I washed my hair yesterday, so I left it a full day before curling it. I was going to curl it yesterday, but I was so tired when it got to bedtime because we went to, again, yawning. I apologise if I'm yawning quite a lot in this video. But we went to his parents to decorate, and then the balloons for the balloon arch I've made were not blowing up, and then obviously I'm pregnant, and when I blew up the balloon it made me go lightheaded, so I couldn't blow up the balloons. So we tried different types of pumps, and they just weren't working, and then eventually we got one to work, but it would only work in the car. It just wasn't ideal or realistic at all, because it would like overheat. So we just decided to, his brother, his dad and himself, Henry, decided to blow up all the balloons, which was just so very nice of them, because it would be usually me blowing up all the balloons, but I had a very good excuse not to be able to. And then we didn't get home till like 9:30, maybe just a little bit before, actually, maybe like 9:15. I can't remember exactly. And I was so tired, but I really wanted to go for a nice bath, just to like relax in, and just, I bought a nice bath bomb yesterday, so I went for a nice bath and just relax before the chaos today. And I'm just so excited, and just, I feel like I'm just gonna keep saying that today, like I'm so excited. But I am going to bring you guys along for today as much as I can, because yesterday I was going to add like a little clip. I was going to like do some clips, and then we went to go get a takeaway because we had a takeaway with his dad. And I was in the car park about to film and started like speaking to you, like the camera, and then this car pulled up and was like laughing at me. And I know I shouldn't feel embarrassed for filming, like, come on. There's so many people out there that do it, but I couldn't, because she started beeping at me, and I couldn't continue, so I just put the phone down and made it look like I was on the phone to my mum, and then I did ring my mum. But yeah, it was a little bit embarrassing because he started beeping at me, and I am that person that would get rather embarrassed. But yeah, I'm just gonna curl my hair, the rest of my hair. And then I'm going to do my makeup, curl the rest of my hair, because I'm just rambling on now, and I will show you my finished look at the end. goodness gracious, I've realised while filming and while editing this video, I kept saying in this video, I'm gonna tell you guys, I'll sit down and speak to you, but I was out of breath, and then I was doing my hair, and then it was gender reveal, and then I completely forgot to even update you guys of what has even been going on in my life recently throughout my pregnancy. I did do clips on TikTok of like a first trimester and like discussing it, and then an update of my second trimester, but it was it has been crazy, it has been long, it's been a hell of a ride so far, let's just say. I have never ever thought about how my pregnancy I thought would be. Did I think these sort of things would happen? No. Can you help it? No. It's just how the cookie crumbles. But a long story short, basically at around, just cooking my tea as well at the same time as filming, at around 9 weeks pregnant, so I'd already had quite a few scans because I was actually suffering with quite a bit of pain. So I had an early scan at around 6 weeks, and then 2 weeks later, actually it was like the week after, I think, maybe 2 weeks, a week to 2 weeks later, me and one of my close friends went and had an early like reassurance scan, but privately in Wigan, which is the same place where I went and got a gender scan. And we saw the baby and we realised, oh, we're a few days ahead than what we actually thought. So brilliant, saw the baby, amazing. And then when I got to 9 weeks, I was at work, funny enough, I was at work, and I had like basically near enough 40 minutes left of my shift, which is so annoying, but it happens and it just can't be helped. But I started to bleed quite heavily, which is obviously quite worrying when it's your first pregnancy, and then all you hear is like when you watch TikToks or watch research online, and obviously people tell you to keep looking out for things. I obviously was very worried and scared and upset, and it was a bit bizarre. So I went home early, and then I ended up going to the hospital, which, can I just say, I said this in my TikTok, but it's quite hard. So between the weeks of like anywhere from up to 16 weeks, there's not a lot of places for you to go. So obviously there's the early pregnancy unit, but you can only go there in the day, and there's nowhere to go at night except from A&E. So I went to A&E because that's what I thought was best to do. I went with Henry's mum. She kindly came with me. But the only thing that they could have done was a blood test just to check that my HCG levels were going up, which is the pregnancy hormone. So I decided that it wasn't best, because they said that by the morning I'd have to come back anyway and go to the early pregnancy and have a scan. So there was like 70 people in Primark? Not going to Primark. There was like 70 people in the hospital, and I just didn't think it was beneficial. I'd been working all day and was absolutely exhausted. So I thought, what's best is for me just to go home, get a good night rest. Look at the cupboard, please. Just not got on the floor. And go home and have a rest and just be with family. So that is what we did. The next day I rang the early pregnancy unit. They'd obviously seen that I went to A&E. So I went in for a scan the next day. I had stopped, by the afternoon I'd stopped bleeding the next day, but in the morning I still was bleeding. I was like wearing a period pad, so I still was bleeding a little bit. So then by the afternoon I'd stopped bleeding, but I'd had the scan at like 11, but I'd basically been told that I needed to rest. They couldn't figure out why I was bleeding, but you basically just have to rest in these sort of situations to hope that, like, hopefully it all stays safe. Because in these cases, like, when with my bleeding, it happened very like fast and sudden, but it stayed for quite a while. But they checked the baby's heartbeat, they checked the baby, and the baby was fine. My cervix was closed, and there was no like, they could not see anything on the scan that would indicate why I bled. So that was that. Kept going along, keep doing how I was doing. I started with sickness, then was off because I started being sick. Then at around 14 weeks pregnant, I started with like severe like abdominal pain in my hip and the lower back. It was quite strong actually, like it got to the point where I still am struggling with it. So I was struggling to walk. I didn't drive for 3 weeks, and again was at work. So as this was happening, I had started with it the day before, again was at work, but thought it's probably normal. But then as the day went on, it just got worse and worse and worse the second day I was at work. So I then decided to go home. Again, before you're 16 weeks, there's literally no one that will help you. Nothing against the NHS or anything like that, but in my area, there was nothing there to help me. So I went to my GP because that's all I was advised. When I went to my early pregnancy unit, they said that because I wasn't bleeding, they wouldn't see me, which is great. And then I went to my GP, who said it obviously wasn't normal, the severeness of the pain I was having at that early on in pregnancy. So I then went up to my local hospital again, where I'd been obviously when I was 9 weeks pregnant. And I actually got seen pretty quickly compared to other times I'd been. So I was quite lucky in that sense, because I'd been seen very quickly compared to other people that I know who were sat in A&E for hours, and I'm very, very lucky. And for that day, I was very, very lucky for the NHS, because I'm lucky for the NHS anyway, but it was just, they looked after me quite well. So then I got took onto a ward, literally within an hour to an hour and a half of being in A&E, because GP had rang my local hospital and gave them an update of what was going on with my symptoms, the gynaecologist ward, and they said just advise her to come up, but there might be a little bit of a wait. But I was literally waiting like an hour and a half, so it literally wasn't bad at all. Like, it was so good compared to other people that I know had been waiting previously. So I am so lucky. I then ended up going on a ward. I was then admitted into hospital and was cannulated, which anyone who knows me knows that I am terrified of needles. My biggest fear is getting a cannula, even though I've never had one before, but it was my biggest fear ever of getting a cannula, and that is what I ended up having to do. But Henry's mum was with me and she held my hand like little baby I am, and got me through it and was really supportive and was amazing. I then was told I was probably going to be staying in over the weekend, but so I started getting like family members. My dad ended up going to shop and getting me some new pajamas because my partner was at work. So it was, I'm out of breath again. So yeah, it was very stressful. My friend came up and brought me loads of snacks. It was very stressful. Then at around 10 o'clock at night, I then saw the gynaecologist, which I was very shocked about, because we'd been told that more than likely we probably wouldn't see the gynaecologist that day. We'd been told it'll probably be either Saturday, because I went in on the Friday, or Monday. But I saw them that night. They did my observations, they did checks. I did then got urine samples, got more blood tests, loads and loads of tests done, and then I was told that basically there was nothing on my obs to show that there was anything severe or anything that I needed to stay in a hospital overnight for, which I am so glad for. But I needed an urgent scan, because when you're pregnant it can sometimes cause congestion in your bladder. But then also I have PCOS, so they didn't know if it was like a cyst on my ovaries. Then was advised that they didn't know if it was my kidneys, so I was referred for an urgent scan. And by the word using urgent, it wasn't. So I'd been off work at this point. By the time that I'd gone to the hospital, this was all within 1 day, I was advised I'd get referred for an urgent scan. So I waited a few days. I obviously had to take the rest of my week off work, and then I then had to take the following week off work because I still hadn't heard about my scan. So I rang up and basically was messed around a little bit and was advised that my scan they'd received my scan, but then it turned out they actually received my scan as an inpatient and not an outpatient. So then I had to, wasn't me, luckily, Henry's mum was amazing. She literally was so amazing. She spent 5 hours on the phone getting through to the hospital, because the secretary for the gynecologist consultant we couldn't get through to, and they needed to then resend the referral. So she spent like 5 hours on the phone to my local hospital trying to get through to different people, where eventually I ended up going the week after for a scan at the hospital, but I had to go in as a day patient. So I had to have my bloods done, all my obs done again, and then I got the scan. I was then confirmed that I have a pelvic girdle pain, which a lot of people get in pregnancy. It's very, very normal, but they said it was very unlikely to get it this early on in pregnancy, because I was only around 14 weeks pregnant when I got it. So they said it was really, really unlikely to get it this early, but some people unfortunately do. They then put me on dihydrocodeine for 5 days. I didn't have a very good reaction with it. It sent me off my head. It just one tablet. I don't usually take tablets. I'm not usually like a person that takes like high medication, so that just knocked me off my feet. So my friend had to come round, sit with me until Henry's mum finished work and come pick me up and me stay at her house, because I can't remember hardly any of the things that happened. And she has her own life and her own kids and 2 little boys, and she literally just dropped everything just to come and sit with me, and it was so kind and so nice. So that happened. I am now back at work, but just on reduced hours, because unfortunately I'm going to be in this pain for the rest of my pregnancy. So it's just something I've got to learn to cope with. I've been referred for physio. I'm going to get a strap when I get a little bit bigger to try and help. But yeah, it's been very, very stressful. I then ended up back in the maternity triage unit, because I'm now 20 weeks and 1 day. So yesterday I ended up back in the maternity triage unit because I was suffering with even more severe pain, but it was like in a different place. So I had to go back up. I had to have a painful, uncomfortable examination, which if you're pregnant or you're a woman, you've all been there. But it's obviously just not very nice. It's uncomfortable. So I had to have that and confirm that my cervix is closed, because they were concerned because of the pain that I was labouring early, which I'm so glad that my cervix is closed, because there'll be lots of women out there that will be going through that and have been through that, and I can't imagine how that feels or what you have to go through or what happens next. So I'm so, so grateful, but I've been advised that if I still keep getting the pains, I need to go back. But yeah, that has been my journey so far since being pregnant, and it has been crazy. Crazy. And I am so grateful that I am pregnant. I'm so grateful for the people around me that have like stuck by me through my pregnancy, because it's been an emotional roller coaster. It has been so up and down, but obviously the positive outcome at the end of it, I'm gonna have my baby boy, and that is the main thing. And I am very, very excited, but there's definitely been some highs and there's lows. There's been all that going on, and then it just proper shows you when you're pregnant who is there for you and who you need throughout this time. But yeah, I am just so grateful for all those people, because I don't think I would have got through it without them. Because I think I would. Honestly, it's been so stressful, and I could not have got through it without Henry, even though he is so annoying at times, and his mum and my mum and my sisters. And yeah, it's been a hell of a journey. But yeah, I'm gonna put this video to a close now, because I feel like I've been rambling on forever. But that was my update of what's been going on during my pregnancy. I am gonna try and film some more videos, maybe do a names video of what boys' names I like and what boy names I might not be using. I don't think we're gonna include the name that we like or think that we're gonna choose, but I am just so excited for this next part of my life and journey, and all my friends and family are just as excited for us. I just can't wait. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.